Hi there, this is Tracy with Totally Trace, and I'm going to make a card with you today using the Seaside Wishes bundle. All right, so I chose to do this bundle first because I absolutely loved it. As soon as I saw it in the catalog, I knew this was going to be one of my first purchases. But also I'm doing this because I want to remind you that all bundles are an extra 10% off. So when you buy a bundle, you automatically get a 10% discount. But for the month of June, there is an extra 10% off. So that this one comes with the stamp set, the embossing folder, and the dies. And I believe it's $42.25 or $42.75 right now with that extra 10%. And this is a really cool set. It's a hybrid embossing folder, which it's my first experience with it. So I'm going to show you how I use this. Oh, welcome Gail, thanks for joining today. All right, so this is the embossing folder. It has like some dots for sand. It has the sand dollars. So I'm going to use this just like you would an embossing folder. So I'm going to use it. Let's see, let me cut my paper down. I'm going to do it on a 5x3. Not 5x3, 5x3 3/4. There we go. Thought something sounded wrong there. Okay, and I'm gonna put it in, and I just want to get most of my sand dollars on there. So it looks like that. All right, and I really want to show you how this works. So you're gonna have to deal with my big shot here in the way, which by the way, the embossing folder or the embossing machines are also an extra 10% off in the month of June. Okay, so just like an embossing folder, I'm getting kind of a weird glare, so hopefully you can see this, but it looks like that. But here's the cool part. So now I'm gonna run it through again. This time I'm not gonna cut my paper down just so that you can see. But what I'm going to do differently this time is I'm gonna take this, which is part of the dies, and I'm gonna set it in here. And I'm trying to line it up with the sand dollars. And actually it's really not that hard. You can kind of feel it when it hit, like right there, I just felt it, it hits the grooves. It kind of nests right in there. And then I'm gonna put my paper. Okay, and I'm gonna run it through again. All right, and wait till you see what it does. Hi, Carol. Sorry, it doesn't tell me who's here until you comment. It just says someone's here. You're definitely not chopped liver. All right, so check out. It makes these sand dollars. I'm making a mess over here. All right, I'm hoping that you can see. Like, it looks like a real sand dollar. It is puffed up a little bit. It's got the embossing on it. So I just thought that that was really neat. So I'm gonna show you maybe a card that's, so here's a card that I used those sand dollars on. This is from one of my past classes. I think it was actually this month's class. All right, so for today, I'm not gonna use these, but I'm gonna save them because they're so cute and they really do look like sand dollars. All right, so the card I'm gonna be making today, I've got a Coastal Cabana base. So it's just 5.5 by 8.5 and then scored. And then I'm going to take Pool Party and I'm gonna cut that down just to make an extra layer. So I'll be making this one at 5.5 by 4. So that will layer right on there. And then I'm going to take my embossed piece and put that right on top. I love how Pool Party and Coastal Cabana look together. And then if you wanted to do a third layer, the new In Color Summer Splash actually works well too. All right, so back to those dies now. All right, so I used the sand dollar one. Now I'm also going to use some of these. So I like these. And I'm going to use my scrap of the Pool Party. So Gail and Carol, do you already have this set? I don't think either of you do. All right, so I'm just gonna run both of those through. Now this is a very detailed die, so I'm gonna run it through forward and backward just to make sure that it really gets all those individual pieces out. All right. So you can see, and then I'm just gonna take my handy little tool and poke all those extra pieces out. And really sometimes you can see if you just wiggle it, a lot of them come out, especially if you run it forward and backward. Okay, oh, still got that piece. And this one's just hanging on for dear life. Okay. All right, so there's that one. And then my smaller one got stuck in there, but there's these little holes right here. So if you just poke in those holes, it will pop out. I'll try and show you from the side. Well, of course, this one's not going to. Let's see, maybe I'm in the wrong hole. You're looking for those circular ones. Maybe not. All right, we'll just keep poking until it comes out. There we go. Okay, and I'd gotten most of those out already. Okay, so now let's look at the card and how it looks with those. So I'm thinking of layering them down here. I was thinking of possibly doing another one with the darker color, the Coastal Cabana, but I think I like that. So let's do the starfish now. So I'm gonna take 2 starfish and I'm going to cut them on the silver paper. This is one of those things that are a must-have. If you don't already have these, if you are a die cutter, you want this silver paper. It just adds something. Yeah, Carol, you should get it. It makes really cute cards. And I find that Stampin' Up! A lot of time when they make the summer cards, they're more, I don't want to say childish because that sounds mean, but more like kid. And so I don't know, this one I've made some really elegant things, which I like. And we live in Florida, so we should be making cards that show that. All right, so I'm gonna run both of these through. And this is not a detailed die, so you see I just ran it through one time. Look at that, and see, look how that's gonna look on there. The silver looks so good with the Pool Party. All right, so I think I'm gonna use both of those. And then just in case, Gail, I know you have this set, the Cheerful Daisies. This one has always reminded me of coral for some reason. And so I'm just gonna run this through the silver too, just to see. If you know me, you know I don't really know much about flowers. So I'm sure this is some type of stem that's really important to daisies, some type of flower thing, but I don't know. When I saw it, I saw coral. This one's not detailed, but I'm gonna run it back through just to make sure. Oh, definitely didn't need it, I can tell because of how it's grasped in there. Okay, and let's poke him out. Okay. So you can see, that's what I was trying to show you with the other one. As soon as I push that hole, the piece just pops out. Okay. Oh yeah, I'm loving those colors. Carol, gold and silver, you want both. Wait till you see the Christmas cards that I've been playing with. I use the gold a lot. All right, so I'm just gonna start gluing this down. Carol, you're gonna join the club with the rest of us that your wish list is a lot bigger than your budget. Or at least bigger than your craft room will hold. All right. Okay, so it looks like that. I think before I glue these down, I'm gonna do some type of sentiment. What do you think? Do you think I need all of these pieces? Yes, too much, just right, not enough? All right, I pulled out a scrap. We'll see if it's big enough. I'm thinking you absolutely made my day because I've got everything clustered. That would look nice there. I'm not thinking that one's gonna work there. I don't need a love you one, but your best friend or your friendship is the best gift. That will be nice and long. Let's try that one first. All right, we'll do Coastal Cabana. Since everything else is in the pool party, I'll go the slightly darker shade. And it looks like that's gonna fit. I was watching another stamper and she says she always puts her stamps on the block crooked because it makes her stamp more straight. So I've been trying it and I don't think it's really working for me, but I'm gonna keep trying. Okay, that one went pretty straight. Okay, Gail says she likes it all, so I'll probably go that route. Uh-oh, and I know, Gail, you're that perfectionist. I didn't cut that straight. Normally, I would just leave it. Okay, so like that. All right, I did pull out linen thread. I double checked. This is something that isn't currently in the calendar, or in the catalog. But there is linen trim. It's very similar, just a little bit thicker. So if this is something you like, it's something you can still get, just a different size. Okay, so I like that. So I'm gonna flip that over, put a stamp in dimensional, and then I'm just gonna play with this. Let's see. So I want that to come, okay, it is coming out. I'm gonna layer this one. It's not cooperating. Okay, there's my fake bow. So it'll look like that. Oh, that's looking good. Okay, so let's start gluing down. Uh-oh, neither of my glues are currently upside down right now, so we'll see how this goes. I like to keep them upside down. Oh, okay. All right, so all I do is squeeze one little dot for something that's thin like this. You could use glue dots too. But then I barely put any pressure and I just kind of spread it around. And this glue, if you haven't used it, it's so good that even if I don't get every piece, it's definitely sticking. Okay, so we'll just stick that there. Okay, and then we'll do the big one next. Okay. These are a little bit easier because there are some thick pieces that you can really get the glue on. But then again, I'm just gonna spread it. So I'm not squeezing my glue right now. I'm just spreading the glue that's already there. Okay. I'll put him back there. Actually, let me get this one down first. Okay, so put that there because I'm thinking, I don't know, I might like him better over there. I do. Okay, and now because this is raised up and this isn't, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a mini dimensional at one end. Let's see that. Oh, yep, he's too thick. Okay, so I'm going to even cut him down. Save that one for later, maybe. Okay. So I do need the height there just for it to actually glue down. So on one side I put glue and on the other side I use the dimensional. So the dimensional side will go where it's not raised up and the glue side will go where it was. I might have put glue on the wrong arm, but that's okay. All right, so there is the finished product. I'm hoping that you can actually see the embossing that it is. This one's bothering me a little bit, so let me just put a glue dot there. There we go. All right, ladies, what do you think? Carol says, I love this. Oh, I'm getting hearts and thumbs up. All right, so next week my lives are changed. So I know, Gail, you said you finally made it to a live and aren't just catching the replay, but next week it changes. On Monday and Thursday I'm doing it instead of Tuesday, Wednesday, and both days are gonna be at 4 o'clock. So hopefully I will see you back next week.